Thank you for joining us on Sheridan County Ag Update. I'm Liz Kincaid, and joining me is Emily Swinyer, the 4-H educator. Emily, thanks for being here.
You bet. Thanks for inviting me back, Liz.
You bet. So it is time to start gearing up. What's going on with 4-H?
So this time of year in 4-H is absolutely insane. There are events nearly every week across the state. There are judging contests. There are jackpots. There are county-based contests that aren't even livestock related. And if there is no excuse for anybody to be bored. So our kids are running 100 different directions, and I love it. It's fantastic. So busy times.
Well, good. Yeah, we've had our 4-H livestock judging team has already been out and about a little bit this spring. They went to a couple contests, and I know there's quite a few of them that are at judging camp right now at UW who puts on a judging camp for the kids.
Yep, they're down. There was a contest yesterday,
okay,
and then they're in, I believe, Rock Springs today. So we've got parents running kids all over the state, and they're doing quite well. So I'm like, go get them, teams. And they're having fun and practicing what the skills that they've learned, and it's much better than just sitting on the couch at home.
Yes. Well, let's talk about County Shoot. It just happened.
Yeah. So, a lot of people always associate 4-H with livestock, but like I mentioned last time, we are so much more than just livestock. We have an event every year called County Shoot. The shooting sports program itself has the most number of kids participate than any other project area. In particular, archery. Followed closely by swine. But County Shoot is a huge event. This year we had 63 competitors. And
wow.
we've got 22 rifle, 22 pistol, air rifle, air pistol, shotgun, muzzleloader, archery, as well as an outdoor skills test, which is like orienteering, animal identification, just a variety of things, especially with hunting regulations. And we give away hundreds of dollars in prizes, and the kids really get to show us what they know. We have businesses here in the county that help supply some of the gift cards and prizes. So we are supported by Shipton's. Big R does that, and they donate to us, as well as Rocky Mountain Discount Sports. So they really, really help us provide awesome prizes for the kids so they can go and get what they need for whatever projects they're into, because there's a variety of there if they want to get something towards their shooting project, or if they need a bag of animal feed or whatever they've got going on. It's a great resource here for them to get their supplies.
Cowboy State Bank, helping farmers, ranchers, and the ag community succeed for over 100 years. Well, and I think that that's a great and valid point, that a lot of times some of our businesses can't always come to the sale.
Exactly.
They're open during that time, or maybe they're a small business, a local business who sometimes just can't afford. And thankfully, our county is so grateful that our sale is wonderful. But this is another way that our businesses and local folks can get involved, is by helping to donate to some of these the indoor projects and shooting sports and things like that. And we still so appreciate their donation.
Oh, absolutely.
But they can still support the kids.
Yep. And those two businesses in particular, that is their big supporter, their big push for support. And we are so thankful for them because of their donations and gifts, we are able to encourage and reward our kids for their participation as well. So coolest thing about County Shoot is we have kids going to nationals. So State Shoot is happening next month, but we have kids that qualified to compete in Grand Island, Nebraska.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So 3 of our kids, so we have Grace Hinton, and she's participating with air pistol. We have Braden Ware, who's participating in archery, and Will Edwards, who's participating in outdoor skills. So it's like hunting skills. And I am so excited for them.
That is great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They get to go compete on a national level.
So Grace went last year, and she placed 8th in the nation in 22 pistol. So you can only go once per discipline. So that's how she's able to go back, because she's not doing 22 pistol. So, but it can be kind of expensive to go. But back to community partners. So Sheridan County Sportsmen's Association said, you know what? Our youth shooters and our youth program, we got you. They are paying for these kids to go to nationals.
Wow, how wonderful.
I know. I didn't. So we were
truly
able to announce that at our County Shoot Awards ceremony last week. And these kids were like, what? Because it is expensive.
Absolutely.
And just their registration fees alone, not to mention, there's travel and food and lodging and all of these other pieces that go with it. Our community is just so kind and loving on these kids to be able to chase their dreams down and go do something big, and don't worry about the finances. We've got you. So
if there's anybody who's watching who has a hankering to donate, get a hold of Emily. There's many places for donations, not just there's awards coming up for county fair and in each like I said, in all the indoor projects as well. And there's a huge list of indoor projects.
Yeah, actually, most of our project areas are considered indoor or static. So those are our things like handicrafts, needlepoint, embroidery, all kinds of cooking and preserving food, arts and crafts, painting, drawing, metalworks, welding.
Leathercraft.
Yeah, if you can think of a project or something that interests you, there's probably a project for it. And of course, all of our animal projects that you would think of, there's the indoor project static side of that as well. So if you're showing a beef, then why not do a indoor project or a poster on how large ruminants digest their food or breeds of cattle, those kinds of things. It could be basically anything that you were really interested in. Research it and show us what you learned.
I know that when Chloe Wardell had her cattle out at our house, she took the opportunity to do her vet science project, and she actually followed Stuart around and did it on AI, and then it was on flushing and then embryo transfer. So, she's really continued it step by step each year, which has been awesome to see, and I think she's done very well.
She has. I look forward to her projects every year in the indoor because I learn from them. And
all the kids have, there's stuff that I'm like, oh, look at that. I didn't know that about a goat. All right.
It's really funny. So, but yeah, it's been pretty cool to just watch them and then see what they're able to present as their interests. And we even have the self-determined project areas. So we have 60 project areas. And if it doesn't fit into those 60, there is a catch-all that's self-determined. So we have members in the county that are forging their own knives and learning how to do that. We have kids that create this crazy Rube Goldberg. It's like a chain reaction of events, and they made it out of Legos and
Quality Kubota machinery and customer care from the heart. Proudly serving Sheridan and the surrounding area since 1996. Go online to heartlandkubota.com or stop by Heartland Kubota, 2450 Heartland Drive.
So if it doesn't fit in any of those, still do it.
We'll make it up.
We will make it. We will fit it in there so that you can display what you know.
Well, good. Yeah. Good. And you have an intern this year.
Yes, I'm super sad she wasn't able to be here. So her name is Kaylee Davis, and she was a student down at Casper College, and she is transferring as Black Hills.
South Dakota State.
Oh, South Dakota State. So she will be it's
okay. I kind of know that whole.
I was like, she's going to Brookings.
Yes.
Okay, so
she's going with Samantha, and so
she is fantastic. She is so organized and great, and I love that this is something that she has always wanted to do. She's always wanted to go into extension and in 4-H, and she's organized and a planner and a self-starter, and we are so lucky to have her. Yeah, she's great. And she also helped with planning a jackpot. So you just had one a few weeks ago here.
Yes, the Battle of the Bighorns. And again, thank you to all of our volunteers and our sponsors, and Stuart and I, the Kaylee and Braden West and Coulter Sharp and my niece Samantha came to us and said, we want to do a jackpot. And I looked at them and asked them if they were crazy. And then Stuart and I said, sure, why not? We did the Battle of the Bighorns, and Kaylee helped. She kind of ran the goat show since that's sort of her expertise, and each of the kids ran a certain species, and it went off really well. We had 170 exhibitors from 5 states, and we paid out over $17,000 in prizes and cash. So we are very, very fortunate that we have such great donors just in our area too, not our county, but Sheridan and Johnson County. We had people from Hardin donate, Cheyenne, Casper, even as far as Texas. So
That's amazing.
yes, and Kaylee did a great job.
She's a pretty awesome girl. And the jackpot was run so well too. It really was. It was a long day. I mean, that swine show was huge, and
was.
but it went off great, and we were able to get the kids out there and jackpotting. And how awesome that we were able to have that right here in Sheridan. So many of our kids they're traveling to other towns and there's a lot of expenses associated with that. So this was a perfect opportunity for our local kids who may not be able to travel to Cheyenne or to Billings or Cody. There's one over there. But so they're able to do it right here at home.
And we actually had quite a few local participants. I can't remember right offhand, but there was a lot of local kids.
Which is, my kids too. We
Yes,
were there.
absolutely.
It was a lot of fun. And it's great practice for the animals as well as the kids. So
Kaylee's doing some day camps coming up here. So
she is. So in years past, we've done mountain camp, and we haven't been able to do that this year. So instead, we shifted gears, and we're doing a day camp. And it's only for a half day for 3 days, since it's our very first year doing it. We didn't gonna want to go too crazy. And it's going to be at the extension office. And she has come up with so many fun ideas. So the idea or the kind of the theme is travel.
Okay.
And it's see where 4-H takes you. And one of the perfect examples is we had a member, she was a junior last year, so she just graduated as a senior, had never participated in shooting sports before, and decided, archery looks fun. I could do that. Never participated in any of these other things. She was an indoor project girl and started to say, okay, I think I want to learn how to do this. Not only did she learn it, she's amazing at it and is winning and she's incredible. I cannot wait to see how she does at State Shoot next month. So seeing where 4-H takes you, we're exposing kids to a lot of different project areas. And so Kaylee has come up with 3 different activities every day for those 3 days to kind of go into different project areas that they may not have dabbled in before. Some of them are crafts, some of them aren't, but I'm excited. It's totally different. Fun. It's totally different from anything we've ever done before. It doesn't take the whole day, and we'll see what happens.
I'm thinking I should work half days just so I can go.
You should come, 9 to noon. So I think registration, we're about full. We've got a good handful of kids.
Good.
And our Teen Leadership Council is the ones that are going to be leading the groups. And then the adult volunteers are going to be teaching the content or leading the activities. And it's going to be great.
Speaking of the Teen Leadership Council, it's a revamped junior leaders, if some people remember. But I want to give a shout out to 2 young ladies who did an excellent job last weekend.
They did.
Ella Hiller and Tinley Barnes kind of took this pig camp on and ran with it. And I know that Jet West came and helped them. And so good job, kids. That's awesome that you want to help your younger members.
So when the very first meeting of TLC, so that was in the beginning of 2023, we kind of took a 6-month break to revamp, and I worked with some other educators across the state. Our very first meeting is I wanted the kids to kind of have some inward reflection. So we all have skills things that we're good at. Your talents are different from my talents and different from his talents, and we all have something to offer. And, 4-H, we think that the end goal is I'm going to win this ribbon, or I'm going to win that banner or this buckle. But that is not the goal at all. Learning to show your pig very well, awesome, but that's not the end goal. And so I asked them in this meeting, okay, guys, so what is something you're good at? they're told their whole lives, so you don't want to brag on yourself. I was like, this is your green light. Tell us what you're good at.
And what you're passionate about.
Right. What you love. What is something, that you're into. My goodness, we were in a meeting last week and my daughter was in my office on my computer and she was watching YouTube videos on clipping goats. She could have done anything else, and that's what she chose to do because that's what she loves. And so in our meeting, the kids all went around, and some of them were kind of bashful and weren't, we're like, I don't know, I'm good at sitting on the couch and eating potato chips. We dug a little deeper and found other skills. But Ella said, I love showing pigs. I love it. I love showing pigs, and that's what I think I'm pretty good at. And she's like, I don't know if it's like a real life skill, but it's something that I love and am good at. And so then I posed the question to all the members, okay, so you've identified what you love and what your talents are. What are you going to do with it now? Okay, now what? Are you going to just keep that for yourself? Or is it, okay, I'm good at this and that's the end of it? Or is that the beginning of it? So from there, I made them kind of brainstorm, okay, this is what you love. And one of our other girls, she loves to cook, loves to bake. Like, okay, what are you going to do with it? Let's come up with a plan. What now? And from there, Ella was like, I really want to do a clinic, which is big thinking for
a 14-year-old to come up with. Yeah.
So big thinking. And then one of our other members who's 12, she jumped on board, Tenley, and I said, okay, if this is what you guys really want to do, I'll give you the resources. I'll help you make it happen. But this is you. You come up with what you want to teach, how you want to do it, make yourself a schedule. They wanted to give out banners and prizes, and they designed them, and I had them printed here at Alpha Graphics. And it was so great. It was so, and it rained all day. It rained but
Heavily.
those pigs worked so well, and the kids were able to have one-on-one time with other members, because as well as I do, if I tell my child how to do something or give them advice,
it goes over like
not even. But if their friend or their peer tells them the exact same thing, all of a sudden it is wisdom and truth. and so it was great because they were and there's things about, now I don't know, I might know like 2 things about showing pigs, but I know people who do. And it was, I even learned from them. Things that I wouldn't have even thought about.
Pigs bacon and pork chops. That's what I know about pigs.
Those are the 2 things. They're delicious.
They are. No, it's been really, for me as a leader with 4-H, it's been really, really fun to watch these girls from going to hiding behind their mama's leg when they were 2 years old to now they have the confidence to step out there and to help and to teach. And that's truly what the Teen Leaders is really about, is finding that confidence and saying, I can help you. Let me help you.
Right. And those girls have also set up kind of a mentorship too. So they go over to younger members' houses and are like, hey, let's work with your hog. How's it going? How's your feed program going? Are they gaining? How can we help? And, 4-H, again, the end prize isn't to win a jackpot show. That's fun and all. But the long-term goals is to develop people who are going to be part of our community, who want to give back. And that's how Sheridan grows into having all of our donors and supporters in our town. That's kind of where this comes from, is that transcendent awareness is the big $5 word for that. I know,
oh,
Liz. I know.
Stuart,
I love my big words. So when you realize that there's something bigger than yourself, and for a teenager to realize that the world does not, in fact, revolve around them, most of them are shocked and upset. But for them to have that realization and then be able to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do with it. That's like end goal of 4-H is to produce good people, good citizens of the community, and that it's happening right before our eyes. I just love it. I just love it so much.
Well, 4-H and FFA both teach
do.
the leadership skills and give you the confidence to not be afraid to talk in public. I mean, former 4-H and FFA member here, but it's a different. And I'm not saying there's anything bad about any of the other programs in
Just
school.
made different.
It's just
Made different. I was actually on the phone with an educator last night. We were catching up. She was my mentor when I first started, and we were talking about that,
Making plans for building a new barn, shop, or commercial building? Don't do any planning without a call to Sheridan's premier post-frame building and homes builder, True Built Builders. Online at truebuiltbuilders.com.
4-H and FFA kids they're just made different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our goal. That's what I'm here for it.
So I'm not sure if we'll get you in before fair again. I'm hoping we do, but if we don't, everybody come to fair.
Yeah.
Come see the static exhibits. Come see the shows. Where can they find a schedule and information about that?
So the schedules are all available online, as well as hard copies in the extension office. And then schedules are going to be going out to places like Shipton's, Tractor Supply, Farmers Co-op. But they're available on our Facebook page, Sheridan County 4-H. There's a photo album that has all of the pages of the fair book, including the schedule, as well as our county webpage. So if you go to the Sheridan County website, you can find us there.
Okay, perfect.
And all there.
And it all wraps up. Fair Week wraps up on Monday night, the August 7th, I believe,
It's the
with
7th.
the sale,
Yeah.
the youth livestock sale. And I know that we'll be sending some kids out here shortly.
Pretty soon, next month.
Yes, within the next month to come and invite businesses and individuals. If you have not seen a kid lately and you would like to be on that list to have those kids come and visit with you about their projects and fair and invite you to come up, please get a hold of Emily, or you can get a hold of me up here at Sheridan Media, and we can make sure and get you added to that list because we would love to have the kids come visit you.
Yeah, it's great practice for them, too, to be able to just, again, those skills, be able to talk to an adult that they may or may not know about something that they've been working on, and invite you to come to fair and come to the
Absolutely.
sale and just see what they've been doing. Because so many of them, especially our beef kids or ones that have breeding projects, this isn't just a summer project. This is a year-round. They were all winter. That nasty winter we just had, oh yeah, they were outside breaking ice and hauling water and
50 below zero, pack and feed buckets. Yes.
birthing baby animals in the
Yes.
cold. So this is their hard work that is finally on display, and seeing it be able to come to fruition. You don't have to necessarily buy, but just your presence there, supporting them and cheering them on, that's huge.
There's so many of the kids that love to go, hey, I stopped by and invited them and they came up and watched. That's awesome. They're just excited to have people there at the shows. Not even, the sale too, but the shows and to come see their projects. They're just excited to see that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's special too for the parents to see that the community is loving on their kids, because it's a family affair. It's a family thing. It's not just kids. You're all out there in the thick of it.
Well, we bring Grandma Sue and she loves every kid. So
She's so great.
she just comes and watch all the kids. It doesn't even matter. So, well, you know what? I think do you have anything else?
Nope, I've got everything. I'm excited to get all of this out there to the community. And boy, this next month is going to be pretty wild. But the end of July is when everything starts to happen. The horse show starts, county fair, and I believe it is on the 29th, 30th, and it's going to be out at the Agri Park, and then it goes right into the dog show and indoor exhibits, and then all the livestock that stay at the fairgrounds start coming in.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I do want to take just a second here and clear up some rumors that I might have heard.
Oh.
The 4-H horse show, the parents and the kids really, really liked it out at the Agri Park. So it was their choice to continue to do it there. It was not some of the other rumors that have been going around. It's really nice. They're inside. It's not so hot.
And you can see.
Yes.
You can see the exhibitors. It's right there at you.
It's not so hot for the families to come watch. So I just wanted to take a second I've heard a lot of rumors going around. And,
good call.
And I just wanted to take that moment. So it is actually better for them. They don't get heat stroke out in the 100-degree weather.
We're so thankful that we have that facility to be able to use, and that we have, again, places and supporters in our community who are like, oh, you've got a problem? Here, let's solve it.
Yes. So thank you to Sheridan College and Sheridan Wild Rodeo for welcoming those kids in that project up there.
They were actually able to practice all winter there. They are doing all their practice. They did their practices there all winter, so there wasn't a delay as far as weather. And boy, I can't wait to see the payoff from that.
Too bad that the shooting sports kids didn't get that same opportunity. Those poor kids had to wait for good weather.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. We kept having to be like, the snow's 3 feet deep on the muzzleloader range. You're going to have to wait another month for it to melt. But
that's okay.
We're not going to complain. The grass is fantastic.
It is.
We forgive you, Wyoming.
Well, Emily, thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. And it's time for things to roll. So thanks for
having me, Liz.
Being here. And check out SheridanMedia.com for more podcasts, news, and sports.